Welcome back guys to my Devil May Cry 5 Platinum walkthrough. This is Son of Sparda difficulty and we're going jumping in on the prologue. The dev breakers you want to take in your magazine, you want Jibera, Buster Arm times 2, Jibera, Buster Arm times 2, and just repeat that pattern. So Son of Sparda, all the enemy placements are going to be different, all the gauntlets are in the same place, you're just going to have different enemies, and now this is going to be the same on every other difficulty. So Son of Sparda, Dante Must Die, Heaven and Hell, all the enemies are going to be the same. So you can start to try to get used to now all the enemies which spawn on what gauntlets on what missions, and it's going to be the same for all the other difficulties. So it's good practice going through these. You will only be doing half the damage of what you do in human mode, and you'll have half the defense as well. So you, in a way, you take double damage, but you deal half damage to what you do on human mode. For all the S ranks, we're going to be doing all S ranks first time. You need 5,500 on this difficulty, Son of Sparda. And the final difficulty, Hell and Hell, that is the same as this difficulty, only you die in one hit. Yeah, so as we're going through these, try to get used to doing them no damage. I mean, there's a few levels where even I get hit a few times, but just try to get used to the way I'm doing it. You'll see even I make, like I say, I'll make a few mistakes, but you're just trying to get used to that muscle memory and the strategies involved. So by the time you get to final difficulty, it's not going to be too much trouble doing it without damage. And what I'll be doing, just like I've done in the other videos guys, I'll just give you a bit of tips at the start of missions and through tricky gauntlets and boss fights, let you know my sort of loadout. But if there's anything crucial you need to know, I'll come back and let you know. Like mission 8 for example, most missions would go through without taking damage for the ×2 modifier. And along with that, along with the continue bonus, 1.2 bonus for not using any continues, that's usually enough to get S ranks on all difficulties on all missions without worrying about your combo. V, you're okay to take damage as V, that's not a problem. Just with all characters, do not use auto assist with anybody. And mission 8 is pretty much the only one I work on my combos. Mission 8. All the rest, it just bottles down to playing as no damage or as V. The thing with V, it's really easy to keep his combo going. So I'll leave you to it guys. Yeah, this one, the prologue, it doesn't matter if you take damage here, because if you beat this first boss, you'll automatically get 15,000 points. So you don't need to worry about avoiding damage on this one. And you don't quite kill him in one knockdown on Son of Sparda. You'll see I get very, very close. It's literally got a tiny bit of HP left, but then you respawn to the crystal. So what you'll normally do, you'll just keep shooting the crystal with charge up shots. Just the first tier, you don't need to charge it any longer. It's better DPS if you just charge it once. Yeah, keep shooting the crystal, dodging the attacks. Like I say, it doesn't matter if you take damage. And when you do smash a crystal, when you use Jibera, mid-air breakage on him, then you want to use 2 Buster Arm breakage. And then use your devil trigger and just keep attacking him. Hopefully, you'll be able to kill him in one. If not, just repeat that guys. And you should easily beat him on the second knockdown, if not the first. So yeah, get through the prologue guys, and I'll come back at the start of mission 1. For mission 1, all you have to do is sprint to the boss. You only have to sprint to the boss. So you don't need to worry about any gauntlets. And overtures really work well on him. If you take 7 overtures with you, and then 1 buster arm. Because once you've done enough damage, you will knock him down, you will sort of stagger it, and its heart will turn black. When it turns black, you can do a grab move. And that's when you want to charge up your buster arm and use your break cage for massive damage. But throughout the fight, you can stay at a distance if you want and just use charge up shots. Or you can keep doing what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to use an overture breakage, dodge away, dodge his attack, overture breakage, dodge away, dodge his attack, and repeat that until you've used all of your overtures, which will probably almost kill him by that point. And you just finish him off with the buster arm. He will spawn a enemy on Son of Sparda and a buff. He will spawn 1 enemy when he gets about half HP, so just watch out for that. It will just be a hell anti-Nora. So watch out for them guys. But yeah, kill this guy and I'll see you on mission 2.
Everywhere. Makes me sick. Happy birthday! Now make a wish! Oh, you! Happy birthday! Now make a wish! We need a little trim here! Let's get airborne. Hey, we doing this or what?
Mission 2, you just want to take loads of Jabiras with you because these work really well in the hotel. I'm going to be going through this whole mission without taking damage, just like on mission 1. There is one gauntlet which you can completely avoid. It's a gauntlet when you go in the hotel and you get back outside and you grab the hatchling, and after the hatchling the road normally collapses on the way back. If you jump up on the side of the house, the apartment building, and then you jump over the road so you land at the Nidhogg barrier, you'll bypass that gauntlet and you will not have to fight them enemies at all. The Hell Antinoras that spawn. Yes, you can completely avoid them. And when you get to Goliath guys, you'll see what I do. It's just a case of taking a full magazine of Jabiras with you and just keep dodging in the best you can. Try to stay at a distance so you can just keep using charge up shots and you'll get more of a window to dodge his attacks. You'll get more chance of seeing them come in. He'll start off on top of the church, then he'll go inside where Jabira mid-air breakage works really well. And then he'll go outside, but when he's outside he will sort of go into rage mode. Be careful when he charges at you. It can charge at you very, very fast. I need to sort of triple jump to avoid it. So just watch out for his charge. And if you do get sucked into this sort of vacuum attack, you can use a Devil Breaker, guys, to interrupt it. That's only really if you get sucked in. Right, I'll leave you to it, guys, and I'll see you at the start of mission 3.
trying to stop me. Oh, what? Yeah, I can make this work. Should've just hacked my way through. He doesn't seem like a demon to me. Wait, which way did I come from again? Let's get airborne. Open up, Kerber! This again? Really sick of this stupid tree. Riding high! Let's get airborne! Riding high! Man, getting sick of this. Not gonna lie, this new arm is pretty sweet. Just...
There's no such thing as too prepared.
Let's get airborne! Yeah, maybe I will. Sorry I'm about to kill you. Riding high! Let's get airborne! Riding high! Let's get airborne! Riding high! Let's get airborne! It's your grave. Jack it up all you want. Open up, Kerber! Kerber! Riding high! Let's get airborne! Riding high! Run from this! Kerber! Open up, Kerber! Kerber! Stop pushing up! Let's give him a little taste of the good shit! Right now! How about we wrap this up? Get airborne.
Yeah, so mission 3. Oh, by the way, don't forget I've got a text guide linked in the description. I've got a text guide for all my videos going up. There's going to be one for every difficulty. Yeah, so you want Jabira, Buster Arm, and then just a full stack of Jabira after that. You want the Buster Arm second. What happens when you get into the sewer for the first time, and that very first gauntlet in the sewer, when you get into that sort of big chamber, there'll be a Lucichia. That's that big sort of purple blob enemy which teleports and can sort of use magic on you. Your Buster Arm comes in really well on that enemy, getting rid of it. It works on all difficulties, even Dante must die. Yeah, when you get into that first gauntlet in the sewer, you can, if you've got a Jabira, you can use your mid-air breakage, which will do a lot of damage to all the other sort of right enemies which spawn. But you want to use your Buster Arm straight away on the Lucichia as soon as you can, because it will kill it in one hit, even on Dante must die. And just get rid of that enemy works really well, because them enemies are quite annoying. They cast that massive field around you, and if you don't get out of the way in time, it will sort of detonate and do massive damage. But yeah, that's how you get rid of that enemy quickly. But yeah, get through this, guys. Again, we're going through with no damage. When you get to the end boss, be very careful. Artemis, quite a tricky boss to learn. But you do want to try and learn it now, so it's going to help on the final difficulty. But if you remember, if you do take any damage, do not restart from checkpoint, otherwise it will sort of void your no continue bonus. You actually just want to close the app and reload. That way it will not save any damage and it will not count as a checkpoint. That's a way, sort of an exploit to bypass it. But yeah, Artemis, like I say, it was a good idea to learn Artemis. It actually helps on mission 14 with V as well, dodging all the attacks. But with Artemis, you want to make sure you take a Buster Arm with you. Just pick the same loadout that I do when we go into Artemis. And when you knock Artemis down, just get ready to drop down to her and quickly use that Buster Arm breakage. And yeah, and just dodge your attacks similar to the way I'm doing, guys. You just keep basically running from left to right, using the blue rose. And watching out for dive bomb attacks, jumping over them. Jumping over horizontal projectiles. And most rares you can just dodge by running from left to right. And yeah, I'll leave it there for that one, guys. And I'll see you at the start of mission 4.
attack to be coming from somewhere. Bingo. Let's get airborne. Riding high. You want me to follow you? No way, asshole. You bring that shit to me. Run from this! Gerber! This on stop! Gerber! Let's get airborne! Without strength, you can't protect anything. I know that.
Hi.
Sylvie. We have a minor errand before we reach Urizen.
Yeah, not really much to say as V. I mean, even if you take damage, you can still get S ranks with V quite, you know, fairly easily. It's gonna be a bit tricky on this on Hell and L though. Avoiding damage, that's gonna be a problem. Getting the S rank isn't a problem. It's avoiding damage. It's the end boss on this level. This is perhaps one of my most annoying bosses in the game, I think. Mission 4 boss. Yeah, it's got to be one of the most annoying bosses for me. Yeah, just dodging the attacks are quite tricky because there's like 4 enemies. But yeah, you're going to get through this, guys. Just keep attacking the enemies. Try to manipulate the camera with V. Always when you're playing with V, try to keep the camera off the enemies because they will not start an attack if the camera is not on them. It works quite well with Dante as well. When he's using red shots and you, for example, fighting the Furies, keep the camera off the Fury, then it'll keep teleporting around but it won't attack you because the camera isn't on it. And you just keep using red shot, works really well. I guess even with Nero, with this blue rose, can work well. Yeah, get through this, guys, get through all the battles. So I'd say take note of all these enemies because it's going to be all the same for all the difficulties going forwards. And then on the boss, yeah, the boss is just very, very annoying. Normally, just running from left to right, jumping over most attacks when you can. Remember, you can spawn Nightmare, and you can ride Nightmare to avoid damage. Problem is, Nightmare doesn't last forever. That's the thing. But calling Nightmare sometimes can help to boost your combo. As long as you're not riding Nightmare, he will attack automatically, and that will all boost your combo as well. So yeah, I'll leave you to it, guys. Get through mission 4. And I'll see you at the start of mission 5.
Strike. Slice him, pin him to the wall. Descend it is. This bridge looks unstable. I will not allow him to gain any more power. At your
blood is the source of his strength. I must cut off his supply. Running out of time. Come on. I envy your optimism, Gouger. The end is now. Here. Come on, Gouger. If the fool would persist in his folly, he would become wise.
Meaning, don't try to say too much, shithead!
Come on. Take them, pierce through. Come on. Go fetch. you say?
Yeah, worst boss ever. The Nidhogg. So yeah, just got over 6 points, but that's with the continue bonus. So when you're doing it on Hell in Hell, if you take damage, you're going to lose that bonus. And there's no checkpoints, of course, on Hell in Hell. So it's going to be a bit tricky, this one, mission 14. Mission 4. But we'll see when we get to it on the final difficulty. But you know you can do it on Dante Must Die. Dante Must Die, you need 6,000 points. So as long as you're getting over 6,000, that's pretty much Dante Must Die covered. Just Hell in Hell is the one you got to worry about, I guess. Taking no damage. And if you do, obviously, I think on Hell in Hell you can use gold orbs, but if you die, but it'll count as a penalty and you lose some of your score. But you do only need 5,500 on Hell in Hell at least, so it's not too bad. Okay, so mission 5. So this is that mission where the 4 legs come through. Try to attack the legs and destroy them, guys, when they drop in. Remember, the orbs need to be shown a blue flame. That indicates you're doing enough damage. Destroying all 4 legs in this mission will make it so the boss in mission 6 will be stunned for much longer when he falls down the hole at the front of the ship, about 3 minutes or so into the fight. Yeah, I've mentioned this a lot of times. I know in all my other playthroughs, but I've got to mention all this again just for any sort of new viewers which have come in just for these sort of harder difficulties. But yeah, this particular battle, because it's in a tight corridor, when I was trying to do this no damage, I guess you will need to on Hell in Hell. I just come and sort of keep jumping into the wall like this. If you're jumping off a wall, you can double jump, but it doesn't actually interrupt the Griffin's attack. Because normally when you double jump, Griffin will come and try to, double jump with you. But if you jump off a wall, it doesn't count, so Griffin can keep on attacking. And that way you can keep the camera away from the enemy so they don't attack you as much. So that's that first fight. But yeah, get through all these other fights, guys. Remember, try to destroy the 4 legs when they spawn. It's going to be really helpful on Dante Must Die. On the 4th leg that spawns, just make sure you're ready to shoot that explosive canister when it swings close to it with Griffin. That's the only way sort of to destroy the 4th leg in time, by using that explosive canister. And what I do on this boss, I'll come back on this boss fight, because you do sort of need to know the strategy for this. It's quite a tricky boss if you don't approach him in a very specific way. But this approach we're going to be doing, it will work for all the higher difficulties. So yeah, get to the boss, guys, and I'll see you back then.
Go.
Pardon me. There must be an escape route.
Hey, what's in that hole? Take a look.
This way, I guess. Come on. Return it to the underworld. Come on. Awaken now. Gouge him. You made me I envy your optimism. Pin the wall. Slice it. Into nothingness. Come on. You like to dance? It's yours. Come on. Pin to the wall.
Finally outside. And look at that, a fox.
Come on. Pin to the wall.
So this boss, is it, what's his name again? I forget now. Is it Angelo? Not quite sure. But yeah, this boss, yourself, you just want to keep running around the outside of the arena and keep your pets attacking. You want to try to conserve Nightmare on this one.
Feels immense.
And when the boss charges towards you, you can jump over his attacks just with a single jump. So if Griffin is knocked down or even Shadow, you don't need to worry about double jumping. A single jump will dodge all his melee swings when he charges at you. But what you need to be careful about, the worst attack is when he makes a whole area go grey. He like covers it in like a sort of sphere and the whole area goes grey. When he does that, he teleports around a lot more and he'll most likely kill your pets and lob a slow sphere at you and teleport straight to you and do some attacks which will be difficult to dodge because you'll be in the slow sphere and it's tricky to dodge. So like I say, that's when he turns the area grey. So what I normally do, this is it now. See, he's turned the area grey. This is it. When he turns the area grey like this, you want to make sure Nightmare is out. So if he's not out already, make sure you're ready to spawn him in. And then what will happen, when the area is grey, he won't go for you, he'll keep going for Nightmare, which really helps because it takes the aggro off you and you don't need to worry about trying to dodge. It's really difficult to dodge attacks. And when he's back to normal like this, despawn Nightmare, and what you're normally doing, guys, is use it straight away again. What you're normally doing is in between this sort of grey sphere he does, you just spawn in Nightmare when he does a charging attack in the middle, when he's like charging up the electric or something like so. You'll spawn Nightmare because normally that will do a lot of damage to him and interrupt him, and then you despawn him straight away. You're trying to conserve Nightmare for the whole of this fight pretty much, and the only time you leave him out is during the sort of grey sphere, and you just spawn him in sometimes when he's doing like a charge up attack to interrupt him, do a bit of damage, and you despawn him again straight afterwards, guys. You could actually use him if both your pets die. You could actually use Nightmare to respawn them and then despawn them straight away. But yeah, you have to be sort of very strategic with your Nightmare use in this boss fight. Right, so I'll leave you to the rest of the fight, guys, and I'll come back in a few minutes at the start of mission 6.
But of wisdom, no clock can die.
So mission 6. Yeah, this is just a boss, Gilgamesh. You'll be playing as Nero. You want to take 7 Overture into this fight and 1 Buster Arm. You want to save the Buster Arm for when the boss gets knocked down at the front of the ship. That's where you sort of get a cutscene with V, and depending on how much damage you did to the 4 legs in mission 5, that determines how long he gets knocked down for. If you destroyed all 4 legs, he'll get knocked down for 20 seconds, and you'll get 2 chances to grab him when he's knocked down. First, it will turn black as heart will, meaning you can do a grab attack, for example the Buster Arm, but then it will turn red, but it will still be stunned, but when it turns red you can't grab him, only when it's black. It will turn red, it will stay red for about 10 to 12 seconds, and then the ship will sort of move upright for a moment, and after a second it will go black again, just for a few seconds, allowing you to do another grab. That's only if you do max damage to all of those 4 legs, guys. But you'll see me do it, it allows you to get massive damage on, because rather than grab the leg straight away like a lot of guides do, you can just keep attacking him, then do the Buster Arm the second time it turns black. That's when you knock him down. But in the meantime, guys, to start off, you run underneath the boss to begin with until it sits down on you. Then you move out of the way, jump on top, and just keep... You put 3 fully charged Overtures breakage inside him. So 3 Overture breakage. And that's all you're doing with your Overtures until you've used them all up. Obviously try to dodge his attacks while you're on the top. If you do take damage on this boss, you can still get an S rank, guys, on all, well, maybe not Hell in Hell, but we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. But in Dante Must Die and Son of Sparda, you can still get an S rank even if you take damage. You'll see, as long as you keep the sort of the pressure on him and you keep attacking him, you keep your sort of score high, and it really helps your scoring. But you have to keep attacking him, guys. Attacking his weak point. Don't bother about attacking his legs or anything. Just try to get on top of him straight away and just keep attacking his weak points. And once you've used all the Overtures, guys, just attack him with your swords. You can use Devil Trigger when it's ready to use. So you're going to have to get used to most of his attacks. If he does the projectiles on the top with a sort of 2 antennas, if you go to the other side of the weak point, you can actually use it as a shield. Yeah, avoid the spikes when he's turning like so. Obviously he's trying to make it so you slide off, but if you just keep jumping like so, try to stay in the air as long as possible, of course, by using bolts, it really helps. And yeah, that's pretty much all the tips I can give, guys. I mean, you just got to practice it, but I've gave the most useful things. Like I say, he's going to fall down in a minute at the front of the ship, but you see just how long he stays knocked down for, and that's because I destroyed all 4 legs. And then once I get through this, guys, I'll see you at the start of mission 7. Yeah, I play mission 7 as Nero. Sorry, not Nero. The other guy. The guy with one letter. Yeah, V. I just play this as him because he's got less gauntlets and it's a little bit quicker getting through here. And of course, it's easier building up his score. If you play with Nero, it means you've got to pretty much do no damage. So yeah, we're just going to stick as V. So yeah, get through this, guys. There's not really many tips to give here. You've just got to make pretty much all basic enemy types. Even the boss is basic enemies. So yeah, get through all these gauntlets. Get rid of all the enemies. Obviously, try to keep your rank high, guys, when you can. You can take damage with V. You can still get S ranks and take damage. It's not a problem. Like I say, we'll cross hell and hell when it comes to it. But yeah, in all of the difficulties, you can still get an S rank even if you take damage. So yeah, get through this mission, guys, and I'll see you at the start of mission 8. We're going to have to do some mad combos in that one to get S rank.
This way. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Here, come on. Gouge. Come on. Here, come on. I have to keep going. At your pleasure. Here, turn it under. Pardon me. I envy your optimism. Yeah. Gotcha. Glyphon has grown this large. How much blood has been sacrificed?
Okay guys, so mission 8. Yeah, this is the fun one. This is perhaps the hardest level to no damage. Yeah, perhaps the hardest level to no damage. Because of Horizon at the end. Do you have to kill him on Hell in Hell? Oh, that's going to be right nuisance. Anyway, yeah, so mission 8, this is my setup guys. So you got Ragtime, Buster Arm. You can find all this listed in the text guide. Ragtime, Buster Arm times 2. Yep. Then Ragtime again. Then Buster Arm times 3. And then a Jabira at the end. Yeah, normally on Dante Must Die you'd have to lob a punchline in there as well. But in Son of Sparda you don't need to. Because you do just a little bit more damage of course. So yeah, make sure you got a correct setup guys. And I'll walk you through all this because There's going to be 3 gauntlets, and we need to do quite good in our combo to get an S rank. Like I say, it's too hard to no damage this level. We're probably going to have to no damage it on Hell in Hell, but that's something different. We're trying to practice for Dante Must Die. That's what we're trying to do. Right, so we're going to come up here. We're going to grab the Pyro Bat, which is going to grab it by holding the Devil Bringer button. And we're going to use Wire Snatch on the Hellcaner and keep jumping on him with enemy step, like we did do on Human and Devil Hunter, guys. And if you're holding on to the Pyro Bat, if this takes you too long, the Pyro Bat might get free. And once you got to B, guys, use Air Taunt, come over here, and from here start using the X Provocation. Yeah, like so. What will happen, the Hellcaner will slowly start making its way towards you, but it takes quite a long time, so you normally get enough time to do this. But don't go any more further than what I do, otherwise it's going to spawn the Gauntlet, and that enemy in my hand will die. And then once you've done the X Provocation, let go of your Devil Bringer to do the grab move, get a bit more of your rank. And then come in here, use Frag Time to freeze all the enemies for 7 seconds. And then use Devil Trigger, guys, and use Showtime on one of the enemies, which will kill it. And then use Bust Arm Breakage on the remaining enemy. And by that point, Fury will start to spawn. Once you start spawning in, use Streak 1 or 2 times until you knock him down. And then finish him off with another Bust Arm Breakage, guys. You've got to make sure when you sort of attack Fury as he spawns to knock him down. That's why I say, as he's spawning in, you streak 1 or 2 times to knock him down, and then follow up with a Bust Arm Breakage, guys, and that should kill him. And that works on Dante Must Die. Just like I say, on Dante Must Die, you have to take a punch line in as well. Because you know that Showtime, on Dante Must Die, that Showtime won't actually kill that first enemy like it did just now. You actually have to... What I normally do is I use Showtime on Dante Must Die, then kill the other enemy, then use Punch Line on that first one, which we did Showtime on, to finish him off. But the rest of it all pretty much works the same. The Fury dies with 1 Bust Arm Breakage, even on Dante Must Die. So we're going to skip them enemies. That's the first gauntlet done, guys. You're up here. You want to jump over this pit. There's an optional battle here. Yeah, I've got 6,500 points. You want to make sure you're over about 6,000 points. I mean, if you're just under 5,000, you can still pretty much make it. The thing is, the third battle, we're going to lose quite a lot of points there. So you're going to try to get your points high before that. Right, so for this battle, guys, yeah, there's going to be 2 Baphomet spawn and a Angelo. You don't really need to worry about the Angelo for the time being. But what you want to do, because there's 2 Baphomets, one might try to hit you with ranged projectiles while you're doing this enemy step. So you might want to grab one. Yeah, grab one and then use enemy step on the other. Then you don't have to worry about them, because one, you've got one grabbed and the other one you keep jumping on it. But once you get to B rank, grab one, use Frag Time. Yep, use Frag Time and then use X Provocation. If you don't get a chance to use X Provocation fully, then don't. Just get out of there. Just try to use the full thing if you can. Remember, rotate the camera so it's not on the enemies. I just managed to use it in time. That's it. Release your Devil Bringer to do the grab attack. Use Bust Arm on the other Baphomet to kill him. And if you need to, use Bust Arm on the remaining Baphomet. They're still alive. Yes, you do enemy step, X Provocation, kill the 2 Baphomets with 2 Bust Arm Breakage. And then this guy, save your Devil Trigger until he's about to attack you. Then when he's about to attack you, use Devil Trigger, and it'll knock him down. Then use Streak. Then after using Streak, that should have knocked him down if the Devil Trigger didn't. Then you want to use Bust Arm Breakage to kill him, guys. And that should work on Dante Must Die as well. And you get through here, guys, through the bloodstream, and we'll make our way to third gauntlet. Third and final gauntlet before the boss. Oh, this won't be too bad on Hell in Hell. You only have to get through the first fight, don't you, without taking damage, and then you can get killed. Okay, so we're just going to change our magazine slightly for the third gauntlet. So the magazine we want... Yeah, we want 1 Ragtime, 3 Buster Arms, 1 Ragtime, 1 Buster Arm, and you may as well just fill the other 2 slots with Jabira. So like I say, one ragtime, guys. 3 Buster Arms. Another ragtime. Another Buster Arm, and then just fill the rest with Jabira.
Let's get airborne.
Them Jabiras are ready for the boss fight. Then you don't need to worry about going back into the
There are no express
into
elevators.
divinity statue.
Someone's a lousy architect.
Okay, so for this third gauntlet, we're going to start off by using ragtime breakage, and then you're going to kill all 3 of these with a Buster Arm breakage. Right, then all that should be left is nobody. Yeah, nobody is left. So now you're going to use ragtime. Then you're going to use your devil trigger. Then you're going to use showtime on it. And then finish it off with a Buster Arm breakage, guys. There you go. You'll lose quite a bit of rank on that battle because we didn't use enemy step. Trying to use enemy step on that battle, it gets too tricky. You'll probably get hit while doing it because there's 3 sort of Baphomets flying about. So it's not really worth the risk. I just do that. You lose a bit of score, but it's a nice consistent way to get rid of them, and you finish on a good rank at least. That's it. And then all that's left, guys, is a boss. So for the boss, all you have to do is get past his first stage, and then once he's standing up, let him kill you, and that'll end the mission, guys. And that gets me just under 6,500 points. So plenty of points on Dantimus. You'll probably even get more points on Dantimus die. And just because the enemies have more health, so you normally get a bit more points. Yeah, right. Get through this mission, guys, and I'll see you at the start of mission 9.
A phone here? Does it still work? Think it's good to be king, huh? Not for much longer. I'm not interested in you having a winning streak. Now I can break it. It's working. This shield of yours, done for. Almost broken. You ready to get slapped? Right now. Let's get airborne.
Scatter like dust. You worthless. Run while you
cursed the moment you were brought into this world. Who dares enter?
Yeah, mission 9, it's just another one with V, so you can take damage in this and still get an S rank as long as you're doing pretty good with your combos. So yeah, the boss, it's just, I was going to say, the boss is nobody. You're going to fight nobody at the end. Yeah, 3 nobodies, so it's sort of basic enemies all the way through on this mission. I think I got hit by a behemoth actually in this one and lost. I was doing really good with my rank and that bloody behemoth charged at me. Yeah, watch out for behemoths, it's V. They can be quite tricky to avoid. Yeah, so get through mission 9, guys. Obviously, like I say, try to keep your rank high when you can. Just keep your score high at the end. And I'll see you at the start of mission 10. Ready to play as Dante.
Resist all you want. What a pitiful sight.
quiet, B. Thinking about mommy dearest?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. But the past is a bitter place for me.
Go! Dante's dead?
Quite possibly. He has no reason to keep Dante alive. Slice it. Serenity upon you. Come on. The end is now. If we had the Devil Sword Sparda, Nero might just be able to...
Almost there. Hey, you gotta make it be.
Rise. Here. Slice them. Gouge them. Come on. Slice them. Pin them to the wall. Slice it. Here we go.
Christ.
Pin him to the wall.
You like to dance?
The floor is yours. I envy your optimism.
Come here.
So this one, you need to get no damage to get an S rank. Yeah, you got to be really careful with this mission, guys. You'll probably only just get an S rank. It's quite tricky to get an S rank on this, even if you take no damage. Especially if you're cheating the enemies. Because there's quite a lot of gauntlets, and so, yeah, your score ends up getting quite bad by the end of it. Yeah, most other fights you can just use one Red Hot Knight, one charge Red Hot Knight. Yeah, then move the camera away from the enemies, let it charge up, and then use that. Yeah, you can do this with most of the gauntlets. Yeah, the third gauntlet. Yeah, so this is the first gauntlet. You'll get to the second one. But the third one, there's going to be some chaos enemies, but they're already going to be present. So for that one, you just want to use red shots, your red or bullets, because you won't really have a chance to use Red Hot Knight. And then the fight after that, there'll be a Fury. You probably know by now the Fury. If any Furies are present, you can actually just keep the camera away from them and just keep shooting them when the camera's not even on them, and that'll work really well. You might want to try and build up your Cinder Devil trigger gauge as well, and save it for the fight with the Hellbats. Because when you get to the Hellbats, they're already present, but if you use your Cinder Devil trigger gauge, you can get rid of them really quickly. And get a bit of score as well. So you get through this first few gauntlets, guys. I'll come back just before. There's one gauntlet you can skip, so I'll come back just before that, and I'll let you know about that skip. And I'll let you know about the Hellbats as well. Like I say, try to build up your Cinder Devil trigger gauge and save it until I mention about using it, guys.
Nothing's gonna close if I don't hurry. Have some fun? It's showtime!
Yeah, so when you come here, you want to jump in this small little alcove on the right, this hidden chamber. They'll spawn some enemies, and then go back out to the corridor and sprint down the corridor, and you'll completely avoid this gauntlet. Yeah, because something happens when there's enemies already present, it sort of bypasses other enemies from spawning. And yep, there's normally a gauntlet which spawns there, guys, but that's how you avoid it, by just triggering them enemies in that small chamber. And these enemies which are going to spawn next, this is one where you want to try to use your Sin Devil Trigger Gauge and then use the Judgment skill. Yeah, judge these guys. So these will already be spawned and present, so you can't really use Red Hot Night. So yeah, use Sin Devil Trigger and then use Judgment, and that should get rid of most of these pretty quickly, and then you can try to use Red Hot Night. But a Fury will spawn here. If you don't get a chance to use Red Hot Night, then move the camera away from the enemies and then just keep using your red shot, and that should get rid of them. You can't see it attacking or hitting them, but it will be hitting them, so don't worry. This game works really well with locking onto enemies that you can't even see. Thank goodness. And then the last gauntlet after this, guys, is not really bad at all. You just got loads of them Angelo enemies. And then you got a boss at the end. The boss at the end, you don't have to damage him. All you have to do is avoid his attacks for about a minute. But just be careful with this boss on this difficulty with Dante. His lasers will be very, very quick. The horizontal laser, which goes from left to right, is very, very quick on this difficulty with Dante. So just be very careful, guys. Yeah, so get through this, guys, and I'll see you on mission 11.
Yeah, getting close. I can feel him. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it.
Our last hope, Nero, was completely useless.
Get around here! This is about...
Yeah, mission 11, you want to try to build up your Sin Devil Trigger Gauge for the boss. and some off your Devil Trigger as well. You don't need a max Devil Trigger gauge, but you obviously do need your Sin Devil Trigger to be max in order to use it. So what you'll see me doing, the first gauntlet, I sort of cheese it with Red Hot Knight. But then the second gauntlet, I use my hat trick skill just to build up some Devil Trigger. And then once I've built it up, the enemies are pretty much dead. And then the third gauntlet, I just use a few Red Hot Knights. Just a lot of these fights on Son of Sparda, you don't really get a chance to fully charge your Red Hot Knight a lot. So a lot of times you just want to charge it once or twice and then release. That normally get rid of most of the enemies. Especially on the third gauntlet here. But this third gauntlet, the enemies sort of spawn within the waves. There'll be one wave for a few enemies, then another, and then a nobody spawns after about sort of 10 seconds. That'll be a third wave. But yeah, get through these guys, like I say, try to build up some Devil Trigger ready for the boss, and then I'll come back at the boss fight.
I'm not a fan of ruins. Like my city's lively. What a pain in the ass. Just gonna take it down. Go, I suppose. Seems like the fastest route. Well, that's gonna collapse. What? And hide! Wanna have some fun? Guy get a break. I just woke up from a long ass nap. Oh, they're just gonna let me through. Boy, wouldn't that be...
So what we're going to do here, straight away, we're going to use Sin Devil Trigger. Okay, and once that's active, we're going to dodge his next attack. That's it. Once he finishes his attack, we're going to use the Luge. the loose skill. That's one way you hold R2. That should do enough damage, quite a bit of damage, and it should cause him to teleport. And then quickly use Gunslinger, so, well, go into Gunslinger stance, sorry, and start charging Red Hot Knights. If you've got a Devil Trigger, you can use it as you release. I mean, I don't have any there, but I still did more than enough damage. And that's it, guys. So straight away, use Sin Devil Trigger, dodge his next attack to get an opening, then use the loose. He'll teleport away, and then just finish him off with Red Hot Knight. And obviously use Devil Trigger before you release Red Hot Knight if you've got it active. Yep, and that's mission 11. So mission 12 can be another tricky one with Dante, but you can skip a lot of the fights in mission 12. You can skip quite a lot of the fights here. You do not need to worry about building your Sin Devil Trigger gauge, because it'll be full automatically during the boss fight. So just focus on building your Devil Trigger ready for the boss. And the very first fight, what I do on that first fight, I sprint straight to the middle, and you use a Red Hot Knight ×2, and that kills almost all the enemies. So this first gauntlet, get into the middle, charge a Red Hot Knight ×2. That's it, that normally get rid of all these enemies. And there'll be one more gauntlet where you can use another Red Hot Knight, and then get rid of that. So yeah, get through this, guys. Use the little shortcuts that I do. All you got to do is destroy the blood barriers in order to drop down that hole in the courtyard. Don't worry about your low score. The boss gives you quite a bit of score, quite a bit of a boost to your score, the boss does. So yeah, crack on, guys, and I'll see you on the boss.
If I follow these grooves, when in doubt, smack. Yep, here comes the blood. Oh, great. Crossroads. Decisions. And hide! Don't want to keep Mr. Demon King waiting. Gotta pick up the pace. Whew. That should be all of them. It's been a while since I used my brain this much. Man, this brings me back. Can't believe in you.
Okay, so for this boss, you're going to start it in Sin Devil Trigger form. You want to move away slightly to dodge his first attack. Then you want to use the loose, literally for about a second, and then use Judgment. If you're quick enough, you'll see this attack went straight through me then, because you're immune when you're using Judgment. That's it, and Judgment should finish him off. Like I say, first of all, move away slightly, use the loose for about a second, and then use Judgment. And then dodge his next tentacle, And once you dodged it, all you do to dodge it is you dodge past it and then behind it and then back again. And then just start shooting red shot. Do not use double trigger until you've knocked him down. Otherwise you'll do too much damage too quickly and it will respawn his crystal. So yeah, when you start using red shot, do not use double trigger gauge until you knocked him down. And then you can use your double trigger. Like I say, if you use double trigger too early, you'll do too much damage too quick. And that normally causes him to respawn his crystal much earlier. But once you knocked him down, he can't respawn the crystal when he's knocked down. And it's really a good opportunity to use double trigger then and finish him off. But yeah, that's mission 12. I think a lot of players say that's quite a difficult one to S-rank, but it seems simple enough to me. Alright, so next guys, so mission 13. Quite a simple one, mission 13. So that one where you can place all 3 characters. We're going to be doing it as Dante, because Dante is the most overpowered with his red orbs. And the way you want to do this is you want to try to keep the camera off all the enemies and just keep running around and focus on destroying the enemy spawners and the demon tree blood clots. Because you don't have to kill the enemies to progress, except for this very first enemy. This very first enemy, you have to kill it. This is the only gauntlet. All the other arenas, all you have to do, like I say, destroy the enemy spawners and the blood clots within them. And then wait for the tentacles to dry up and then drop down the hole in the middle. So yeah, get through mission 13 guys, and I'll see you on mission 14.
Shit from up here. It needs to be flushed.
Damn it. A little longer. Hold on, just a little longer.
Yeah, so mission 14, no boss fights, no gauntlets I meant to say. Yeah, but you got 3 boss fights. You got Artemis, Goliath, and Angelo. What I do, I fight Artemis first, and revive Griffin. Then I fight Goliath, and revive Shadow, and then I fight Angelo and revive Nightmare. I always do Artemis first because Artemis, you always have to constantly be dodging her attacks yourself. But with the others, when they're attacking your pets, you can sort of use your X taunt or whatever to build up a bit of rank. But yeah, so Artemis first, the middle one. We're going to revive Griffin, dodge the attacks the best we can. We're going to use obviously Griffin to attack. Then Goliath. When Goliath's, like I say, when a Goliath is attacking your pets, you can try to use your X taunt. But what can work really well on these bosses is when you knock them down, when they've got no health left, if you use X taunt near them, it still works. So you can actually build up quite a bit of rank before you do that finishing blow. But when you're doing so, they're likely going to revive before you have a chance to fully use the X taunt. So if you make sure your pets are ready with charge up attacks, they can normally use them just as they revive and knock them straight back down again. But you see, it will work really well on these. You'll see me doing not on Artemis, but I do it on Goliath and especially the Angelo. I use X taunt when the boss is dead, and it allows me to just get a bit of a booster score at the end. So yeah, get through these guys, and I'll see you on mission 15.
That's one down. So hungry for death.
These are true.
Let's get the hell out of here. This humidity is killing me. Oh, we finally made it out. That thing was something else, huh?
Best be avoided if possible, especially given my condition. They're safe.
No time to worry about them bees. Gotta hurry.
My journey is coming to an end.
Yeah, so back on mission 15 as Nero. This one's pretty simple until you get to the boss. You can take some Jabira and Buster Arms with you to begin with. They get rid of the first enemies in the first gauntlet really quickly. So you're in this tight corridor, you can either use Buster Arm or Jabira mid-air breakage. But kill all the enemies from a distance by using Blue Rose or Jabira mid-air breakage. Make way to the boss, guys. And what I do, I'll come back on the boss. Take this. There's quite a few different paths you can take in this one. Take the paths I do. Obviously, because then you know what to expect, because you'll see me running the same path.
Let's get airborne. Riding high. 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 Sorry, Dante, but the Demon King's mine. Let's get airborne. Run from this. That's awfully generous.
Yeah, so for this boss fight, you want to make sure you want to take Jabira, Buster Arm, Jabira, Buster Arm, Jabira, Buster Arm, and just keep taking that sort of pattern. Just completely fill out your magazine with that same pattern, guys. And so with this guy, you're going to kill him from a distance with your blue rose. You're going to keep running around him. But when he turns black, he'll charge at you. So get ready for that. When he turns black and he charges, the only way to really dodge it is to triple jump. So get ready to triple jump when he turns black. But I'm not sure if he really does it on Son of Sparda. It might be when he goes into Devil Trigger phase on Dante Must Die. But on Dante Must Die, like I said, I'm not really sure if you do it here. But when he gets about half HP, he'll charge at you even if he's not black. But his indication for that will be he'll teleport to the middle and then he'll sort of be sprinting straight out of the portal. So you've got to be ready for that. But like I said, that might be something for Dante Must Die. But when he turns black, he will definitely charge at you. You need to be ready to triple jump that. And when you knock him down, quickly get over to him, guys. Use a Jabira breakage, either in the air or on the ground. And then quickly use the Buster Arm breakage as well for massive damage. If you're quick, you get a chance to use both of them. And then you just continue running around the arena, guys, shooting her. Normally just running left to right will dodge most attacks. When she gets to low HP, she will start lobbing sort of projectiles at you a bit more and stuff. But just keep moving left to right. Like I say, if she turns black, get ready to triple jump to dodge it. And if she sort of buries herself in the middle and starts sucking up all the dirt, run up to her. That's what you've been saving your Devil Trigger for. Yeah, run up to her and use Devil Trigger from the side of her. Make sure you're not in front, because sometimes when you knock her out of it, she'll fall on you and damage you. So use Devil Trigger from the side and showdown. That knock her down, and then you can use Jabira and Buster Arm breakage again, which will like a killer, guys. Yep, and that is that fight. So get rid of her, guys, and I'll see you on mission 16.
No hard feelings, guys, but...
Mission 16. This one's quite quick to get through, but it's quite a few gauntlets and they can get a little bit annoying. We need to make sure we do this with no damage. Try to grab the white orbs on the way down, because you want to have a full Devil Trigger gauge and Devil Trigger gauge ready for the boss. It'll make it easier. So yeah, get through these shafts. A lot of these fights, the gauntlet won't actually trigger until you get close to the exit. So you can get ready to cast Red Hot Night as soon as the gauntlet starts. You can normally cast one. Don't try to cast too many in these gauntlets, because the enemy's close on you too quick. Normally cast one Red Hot Night and then start using your red shot, guys. That's pretty much a good strategy for all these gauntlets in this level. Use one Red Hot Night and then just focus on red shots and get rid of all the enemies. Yep, and get through these guys, and I'll come back at the boss.
you around.
Onward and downward. Oh well, better get to it.
So for this boss, what you're going to do first, you're going to dodge his attacks. It will always begin by charging at you. Jump out of the way, dodge his first few attacks, then use Send Trigger Gauge, then move away again a little bit if he's close distance on you again. Then you want to use the loose skill, which with R2. Yeah, that should knock him down. And then you can start charging Red Hot Knight, guys, and use Devil Trigger for extra damage, and that should finish him off. If not, just use a bit of Red Shot at the end, and that should sort of TKO him. Yeah, so do that. Move. You want to all the time make sure you're not too close to him, because when he sort of stands back up, it'll do like an area of effect blast. So make sure you're not too close to him, like so. That's it. And Red Hot Knight, guys, will finish him off. And that's mission 16 done. So mission 17 is next, which is basically just a boss fight. Right, so mission 17, guys, you can take damage in this one and still get an S rank. So straight away, you want to use Red Hot Knight fully charged. And use Devil Trigger just before you release it, so more damage. And then again, use another fully charged Red Hot Knight. And this might not finish him off on Son of Sparda and a buff, like so. So now what you're going to do, you're going to wait for him to teleport again. We've done 2 fully charged Red Hot Knights at this point. It will teleport closer, you're going to jump away a little bit. You're going to wait just a few seconds after he's teleported, then you can start charging it again. You'll see why, because if not, it will land just there and it will jump out of the way. That's why you have to wait a few seconds when he teleports before you start charging up again. But normally jumping out of the way, just actually use them few seconds anyway. And there you go. Still get quite a bit of points, even if you get damage on that one, guys. So next up is mission 18.
Never would have guessed you'd come back. Damn it.
Yeah, so mission 18 can be quite a tricky one, but I've got a new tip on this which works really well. So as soon as you get to his first fight, you want to use X Provocation. So as soon as you get his first fight with Griffin, move camera around, guys, and use X Provocation. For some reason, Griffin doesn't attack you if you do this to begin with. So yeah, do that to get a massive boost to your rank to begin with. And then start using red shots. Because you can't see Griffin, it's not going to attack you. So once you get red orbs, that's it. Start using red shot, guys. Once you knocked it down, and then use red dot knight charge twice, and that will knock it down, guys. Yep, there we go. And then what you're going to do, you're going to destroy all the clusters. So what you're going to do now, you're going to make your way to the boss. But along the way, you're going to destroy the 3 blood cots. And all the bosses that appear, you're just going to destroy them with red shot. Just when you fight in Shadow, don't stay in one place for too long when you're shooting. Because normally, you'll get a chance to do an attack on you. So you normally shoot for a few seconds, move. Shoot for a few seconds, move. Yep, and then quickly do that, guys. And I'll come back at the boss fight. Try to build up Devil Trigger for the boss, but don't worry about Sin Devil Trigger. It's not needed for the boss fight.
Running away? Nah, didn't think so.
So for this boss fight coming up, all you're going to do is just keep sprinting around the area, keep the camera off the enemy so you get less attacks coming in, but Nightmare will still be trying to attack you. Yeah, so just keep dashing around the area, and when the sort of sky turns white, it indicates Nightmare's like despawned, and that's when you want to start killing Griffin and Shadow. So yeah, just keep dashing around the area. Once sky turns white, Nightmare's despawned. Attack them. Knock one down, then focus on the other. Then once both knocked down, then you try to kill them both with red shots. There it is. You see his sky turn white. That's Nightmare despawned. Yeah, so knock one down, then the other, and then you can try to kill them both quickly. Then once you've taken all their HP down, that's when Nightmare will respawn. But you need to keep moving because he'll try to land on you when he spawns in. But once he does spawn in, wait a second and then start charging Red Dot Knight again. And then use Devil Trigger just before your Red Dot Knight's about to release, and that should kill him, guys. I tried quite a lot of things with this boss, and this is the only thing which works consistently because it's quite tricky to avoid all three at once, especially when Nightmare's on the battlefield. Right, so here he is. Like I say, wait a second or two and then start charging Red Dot Knight because he'll teleport away and you don't want it to land on him, and then he teleports out of the way of it. There you go. Use Devil Trigger before it releases, and that should knock him down, guys. That even works on Dante Must Die. And that's it. Shoot him red shot a bit afterwards. And that's your S rank. And next up is mission 19. So this one we're going to do it with no damage again. So you have to do this in a very specific way to do it very quickly without taking damage. So you're going to have Sword Slinger style active, and then hold circle in for a round trip skill, and then wait for him to finish the combo when he's in midair, then release it, then straight away go into Gunslinger and start charging Red Hot Knight. And then when he's about to attack with his swords, his little projectiles, cast Devil Trigger. That will deflect a few of them and help you avoid taking damage. And then you should be able to just hit him with Red Hot Knight before he attacks you guys. It might take a few attempts, but it does work most of the time. And then next up is the last mission, mission 20. Yeah, so you load out for this, guys. It wants to be, yeah, 6. I think it's 6. It's all in my text guides. Yeah, it wants to be 6 overtures and 1 Buster Arm, and then 1 Jabira. The Jabira is just help you dodge in. If you just go into Devil Trigger phase, that's just help you dodge in his attacks. But when he's just in this normal sort of mode, you can dodge most attacks just by jumping, or double or triple jumping. You don't really need Jabira. So what you're going to do, all you're going to do is keep running from left to right. You can use fully charge up shots. So always wait until your bullets are fully charged, and then wait for him to finish a combo, and then shoot him 3 times, and then grab him with Wire Snatch, and then attack him 2 or 3 times until you knock him back. And then start charging up your bullets again, and repeat that, guys. So 3 fully charged up shots, grab him, pull him towards you, and then 2 or 3 hits until you knock him back. And then once you've done that 2 or 3 times, it should knock him down. Now, very important on Son of Sparda difficulty. It's a bit different on Dante Must Die. But once you knock him down, do 2 Overture Breakage. So you put 2 bombs inside him, and then do not attack him until they've blown up. This is very important. You just see me destroy one of my Devil Breakers. That's because you need 6 for Dante Must Die. On Son of Sparda, you only need 5. So I destroyed one of them. So like I say, wait for it to detonate itself, and then start doing that again, guys. 3 fully charged shots, then Wire Snatch, and then 2 or 3 melee attacks until you knock him back. It's very important to do it this way, because if not, you're going to do too much damage too quick, and he's going to enter his Devil Trigger phase. But this way, it allows you to knock him down twice, and you can actually finish him off, and completely avoid his Devil Trigger phase altogether. So again, like I say, we're just doing that same cycle until we knocked him down. Wait till you finish the combo, and then 3 fully charged shots, grab him, and a few melee hits. Just be ready for when you do knock him down. Yeah, like I say, most of your attacks, you can just keep jumping to dodge them. I think this is it where I knock him down. Yeah, there it is. So you need to be very quick here. Use 3 Overture Breakage. 3, you can just get 3 in, and then use Buster Arm Breakage for maximum damage. There we go. And that should kill him, guys. Completely avoided his Devil Trigger phase. There we go. Got a massive triple S rank as well at the end of it. Yep, so that's it. Game completed, guys, on Son of Sparda with S ranks. That's pretty much how we're going to do that on Dante Must Die and all the other difficulties. Obviously, Dante Must Die, enemies take a little bit longer to kill. And the final difficulty, you've got to be careful because you die in 1 hit. But yes, you'll get a trophy for doing that. Yep, doing Daddy proud. And that'll be it, guys. S ranks, all S ranks on Son of Sparda. Next up is Dante Must Die. Yep, so thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.